the egg.
It's so easy to mess up an egg. It seems like an easy protein, but it's not.
One of the trademarks of a great cook is the ability to fully understand and master this essential ingredient. And for me, that skill is highlighted in a perfectly shaped, fluffy, and delicious 3-egg omelet. Will prove to me that you have the skills to get back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
I respect Claudio's opinion, but I think there's a much more technically challenging dish. A perfectly poached egg.
Poached egg, my egg of choice.
Knowing the right moment to stop the cook on a poached egg, it's the ultimate test of skill and instinct. Perfect.
I want to see a beautiful, soft-boiled egg. It's the hardest technique to pull off because you can't see inside the shell. And when you crack into it, the gorgeous yolk simply oozes out.
You will need exactly 5 eggs to complete this challenge. And that's all the eggs you're gonna get.
And just in case that's not enough pressure, you will have to make all 3 of these egg dishes in 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Please head to your stations. You'll find everything you need in front of you.
This is insane. I have no idea who's gonna win this. I'm just happy to be up here.
The home cook who does the best job with all 3 egg dishes will win back a spot in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Cody and Kevin are 2 of the best cooks that were in the top 16. I'm cooking against the people I would never want to cook against.
Your time starts now!
As a cook, I've changed a lot. My hands are much more steady.
At any point in time, someone can do something that's gonna just ruin their dish. I just have to put my nose down, put out these eggs.
An omelet, a perfectly poached egg, and a beautiful soft-boiled egg in 8 minutes flat.
First thing I'm doing is getting 2 pots of water on boil. This is a test of multitasking. You have to be looking at 3 different egg applications all at once. This is exciting.
Remember, they only have 5 eggs. They cannot make any mistakes whatsoever. Michael, what's a perfect soft-boiled egg?
Room temperature egg. Water that's brought up to a roaring boil, turned down, then with a spoon just gently lower that egg into it, and then it's timing from there on in.
I have a hard time keeping it simple, so cooking eggs, I'd rather cook what lays the eggs.
The trick with making an omelet perfectly, you get the fry pan on medium heat with a little bit of whole butter and a little bit of olive oil.
Kevin is a little bit of a slowpoke on this. He doesn't have the same speed and agility that Andrew has.
Omelets are always on the menu at Andrew's house. I make omelets weekly.
And Cody, he keeps looking at the clock. He is super sensitive about his time management because that has let him down time and time again.
1 minute goes by like 1 second. You blink and half the challenge is gone.
5 minutes!
Cody's working on his omelet.
I get my omelet in the pan, and immediately I know the pan is too hot. I've got brown on my omelet. This could cost me my second chance.
My omelet comes out and it looks good. I should have enough time to poach my egg. I don't see a problem doing a poached egg, because I do that a lot.
Poached egg, I think, is the most difficult to do. You gotta get that water not rapidly boiling, simmering. And then you gotta create that vortex. And then, of course, the critical splash of vinegar. When it's finished, the egg yolk has to be oozing, and the egg white has to be firm. 3 minutes!
I'm standing there, I've got lots of time left. I go to crack my poached egg. Ah, no, don't you.
What's he doing?
I crack my yolk. I don't have eggs left at this point.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Put it in there.
2, 1. Hands up!
Good job, boys. Please bring your dishes up for tasting.
I'm looking down at my 3 egg dishes. Definitely not happy with my poached egg. I'm just hoping that that omelet could be my redemption.
You like pepper, don't you?
Yeah, I think I get that from my dad.
So I'm looking for a moist, almost undercooked inside. The outside is set very nicely. It's nice and moist on the inside. Might be a little bit too moist.
Okay.
It's actually very good.
Thank you.
There's a lot of color happening here. Looks like you had your heat on the pan a little bit too high. What do you think?
I knew that I had left it on the heat a little bit too long for the outside, but
It's nice and moist. It's a good omelet.
thank you, Chef.
Look at this. If this were a steak, it would be a perfect medium rare. Some people might say it's a little too runny, but this is what you want in a classic omelet with French technique. It's delicious. That takes a lot of skill.
If Andrew comes back, I'm a bit scared because he's a good cook and he might actually take this.
Hi, Cody.
Chef Alvin,
What do I expect to see when I cut into this?
you should see the white set and firm, and the yolk should run freely. It should be smooth and velvety.
Well, the yolk is perfect.
Thank you, Chef.
The white, I think you nailed it. Well done.
Thank you.
Kevin,
Yes, Chef.
what have we here?
You have absolutely destroyed poached egg. Broke the yolk on it.
That is an example of probably the worst looking poached egg. I'm afraid the yolk is firm all the way through, and the white, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not your lucky day. Andrew, from the visual aspect, you did a very good job because the shape is beautiful. It's one of the most attractive poached egg I've seen before cutting in. There's some runniness, but just not enough. Overall, the appearance, beautiful, just slightly overcooked.
You know, I'm looking down, trying to figure out whose eggs look the best. They all got one or two strong ones, but at this point, it's anyone's game.
Kevin,
Yeah, Chef.
how are your soft-boiled eggs?
I've never done one before.
You're kidding me.
No, sir.
Let's find out. I want a beautifully cooked egg white, and then in the center, liquid gold.
Please, please.
Absolutely beautiful. The consistency of it, well done.
Thank you, Chef. So one perfect egg, one okay egg, and one real bad one. Hey, there's still a chance. You never know.
Andrew, there's a lot riding on this egg, isn't there?
Is there ever?
Looks good. There's a little bit of the egg yolk there on the inside edge. You see it there? And you have the same happening right here. You see? Which indicates to me a few seconds too long, maybe. Thank you, Andrew. Cody, well, let's take a look, shall we? Gorgeous. That's like the morning sunrise right there.
Yes, Chef.
Maybe just a little hair under there on the egg white, but just maybe seconds. Well done, Cody. The star of this pressure test is 3,000 years old and one of the most popular and coveted ingredients in the world. Chocolate. This next pressure test features our favorite chocolate desserts. My idea of the perfect chocolate experience is the dark chocolate brownie with handmade vanilla bean ice cream. It is pure decadence.
When I think of my favorite chocolate dessert, I think of this. Creamy white chocolate creme brulee. When you break into it, it's very important to get the right combination. of sweet, crispy, and smooth.
I'm a fan of milk chocolate, and it's the star of this mouth-watering classic with a complicated twist. A silky, smooth milk chocolate mousse with the fresh passion fruit center. You have to make it correctly for this beautiful filling to flow out.
These are our favorite chocolate desserts, and you will be making all 3 of them.
Lynn, you look a bit stunned.
To make 3 all at the same time, that's almost mission impossible.
Sabrina, how do you feel about making 3 desserts today?
Call me crazy, but I'm excited. Should be interesting.
Sabrina is such a tough competitor because she's like a pit bull. She just doesn't give up.
Please come up and have a taste of what it is that we expect from you.
I'm a little bit scared because Lynn has done a lot of replication challenges and nailed them.
It has to be done a certain way. It's very regimented, just like the military.
Please go to your stations.
Lucky guys. I'm really happy I'm up in the gallery. They have to make 3 desserts. This is crazy.
You will have just 90 minutes. So use your time well.
This is the cat fight that will end all cat fights. This is a fight to the finale.
Lynn's not taking my place in the finale. Not now.
Game on, girlfriend.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now!
But this is a very difficult challenge. We're talking about 3 different, very intricate chocolate desserts.
Definitely toughest challenge in MasterChef Canada history.
I think professional pastry chefs would struggle.
I want that chef coat really bad. I want to go head-to-head with David in the finals.
Lynn is certainly a very strong contender in this competition. She scares me. Her speed, I've never seen anybody that fast.
I came here to be in the finale. This has to turn out perfect. First thing I do, I get my brownies going. Those things have to bake and cool down fast.
Both of them are doing the brownie first.
I am expecting that chocolate brownie to be soft, moist, and mouth-watering.
Creme brulee may seem like a very simple dessert of egg, cream, sugar, and white chocolate, but to get it perfect is very difficult. First of all, when you're doing the water bath, you want to bring the temperature up gently, because if the water's too hot, it's gonna become scrambled egg.
A little more time.
60 minutes! You have 60 minutes left!
Sabrina,
Hey, chef.
you were sounding pretty confident at the top of this cook. Is that confidence level still there?
Didn't come here to finish third. I came here to finish first.
Is there any one of these 3 desserts that is going to be the most challenging for you?
The chocolate mousse, chef. If there's any air bubbles or gaps in that sphere, there it goes.
Tricky.
Yes, chef.
Well, I'll let you go because I can see you're under the pressure of this cook.
I'm in the zone, chef.
The chocolate mousse is a very technical dessert to get going.
It certainly is. You'll have to take the passion fruit, you'll have to freeze it into a half sphere, and then you're gonna put your wonderful light chocolate mousse, and then your passion fruit inside of the chocolate mousse. That goes into the freezer. The whole thing sets. It's actually one of the most complicated desserts to do.
It's very tricky.
Ooh, time is ticking. Feeling the burn. I want this so bad.
I'm whipping my cream, my mousse. Cream is curdling.
Oh my God. So Lynn, how are you?
Good. I was doing well, then my cream started to curdle.
What happened there?
It was room temperature. Usually I put my cream in a metal bowl and I refrigerate it. I'll start fresh. I'm just gonna chill it. No biggie. I'm saying those words, but I'm freaking out.
So you think you're going to be going up against David?
Absolutely. People have not seen me coming this whole competition.
You think you've been silently waiting for this opportunity?
Yes, sir. Silent but deadly.
Good luck.
Thank you.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes left! You better be thinking about plating soon!
I haven't put the mousse in the mold for that chocolate round thing.
I'm very worried about Lynn's chocolate mousse. Looks a little thin. It's not gonna set properly.
The tension in this kitchen is incredible. It's like truly like a horse race. These two ladies are tough. Either one is gonna be scary in the finale.
Doing the top of my creme brulee, for me, is a cinch. Getting a proper coat on takes multiple applications of sugar. You have to fill in those gaps.
I don't like, what Sabrina's doing. She's adding sugar to it, which means she didn't get a even, consistent layer to begin with, and you're now patching it up. If you burn it, it becomes very bitter. 5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left. And remember, it's a replication, but taste is king.
My brownie is coming out really well. It's nice and dense. It's also cutting really clean edges. That looks about right.
2 minutes! You have 2 minutes left!
That doesn't work.
Desserts need to look absolutely beautiful. One shake of the hand, one misstep with piping out that chocolate, and you've got to start that plate again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up!
At this point, I'm thinking I got this.
Sabrina's good at plating. Lynn is good at taste. If this goes to the person that makes the prettiest plate, Sabrina's gonna win it.
Now, we will taste all your chocolate desserts, and this will determine which one of you will advance to the finale.
Sabrina,
Chef.
what was the hardest about the creme brulee?
The burnt sugar without taking it too burnt and making sure it's the right thickness.
The most important thing is that tap. And if you hear that crack of the shell, then the sugar is done right, okay? If it doesn't crack, it's too thick. Here, so let's crack. Let's dig into this. That's very nice. It looks velvety smooth. It looks, okay? The egg and the cream, perfect. It's smooth, it's velvety. As I bite into that burnt sugar, it was not even. Parts that were thick, and there was parts that were not so thick. But overall, good job.
Great job.
Lynn, it looks pretty perfect to me. I like that crack because it's kind of like thin ice. Sugar, coat felt very, very even, and that's what I was looking for. Inside, you have a nice combination, nice mixture of the white chocolate with the egg mix. That is close to perfection. Great dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Well, certainly at first glance, it looks like a very, very good replication. The cut on your chocolate brownie looks very precise and clean. Let's try it. The ice cream, I think, is wonderful. Beautiful consistency, has that hint of vanilla. The brownie, I get that dark chocolate richness. I just find this a touch on the dense side, and I'm concerned that it may have needed just a little bit more moisture. But a very, very good replication. Well done.
Thanks, Chef.
Lynn, how are you feeling?
I'm very proud of myself right now.
At first glance, I do think your cutting of the chocolate brownie is less precise and a little ragged around the edge there. And that was the easiest aspect of this dish to pull off. But in the words of my esteemed colleague, taste is king. That ice cream is spot on. The chocolate brownie, delicious, soft, moist. All in all, a very good brownie.
Thank you, Chef.
This is not going to be easy. Thank you.
Me and Lynn are both strong players. We're neck and neck.
And now we're down to the final dessert. I have to say, this looks very elegant. You think you achieved the liquid center that we're looking for?
Yes, chef.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a sight of beauty. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. Fantastic.
Thank you, chef.
The splash on the top, Lynn, looks a little messy.
Yes, chef.
If the center of this dome does not have that liquid passion fruit, it's not going to be good for you.
To be honest, I don't know what the inside is going to look like.
Wow. Let's see how it tastes. You did it. You've just made our job a lot more difficult in picking who will be in the finale.
Cupcakes.
For this pressure test, you will create 24 gourmet cupcakes.
I love eating cupcakes, but I don't love baking them.
I have celiac. I have not eaten cupcakes. I have not baked cupcakes. Cupcakes are not my thing.
Now, the key to cupcakes is the perfectly moist and fluffy base. The icing should be flavorful, light, creamy, and beautiful.
In the equipment room, you will find a specialty pantry full of ingredients that will spark your imagination.
We want to see creativity, innovation, and variety. And to make things even more challenging, we want your 24 cupcakes to feature at least 3 different flavors.
This challenge is crazy. I'm glad that I'm not down there.
You will have just 90 minutes to make us a cupcake tower to keep you in this competition.
I'm not a good baker. I need more like 90 days, not 90 minutes.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your 90 minutes starts now.
Lavender. Okie dokie.
Right away, I'm thinking bacon. Candy bacon's gotta go on top of one of these cupcakes. Game on.
The first thing that comes to my mind are my 4 little girls. I'm cooking for them. They love cupcakes and they love their dad.
This is a tough challenge.
24 cupcakes, 3 different flavors. They gotta have pizzazz.
Given the time limit here, they really need to get the batter going.
Just gotta focus. I'm making a candied bacon chocolate cupcake, a peach spiced cupcake, and a banana foster cupcake.
I'm gonna do a s'more cupcake, a chocolate mocha cupcake as well, and I'm gonna be doing a lemon coconut.
As an insurance broker, you kind of need to be a stickler. And baking is kind of the same. You need to have exact measurements, and you can't make mistakes.
The stakes are super high. I don't want to go home.
I'm not gonna have time to fuss around with 4 different batters and add flavors into each batter. If I just stick with one base, stick with chocolate, my girls love chocolate.
We're not looking for a bake sale cupcake. We're looking for a cupcake that is sophisticated, creative, can actually give them that opportunity to really stand out.
I see red wine. Why not put red wine in a red velvet cupcake?
What you doing?
Red wine and cupcakes might be really weird. I'm hoping that won't hurt me.
The wine?
Yeah?
I have trouble with the concept of it, but it's very innovative.
It's risky.
Oh, this isn't my station.
Oh, shit. I put flour in there instead of sugar. I start losing focus. Have to start from scratch, and time's ticking. Mary, do you have any white sugar there?
Yep.
Are you almost out?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a giver in the kitchen.
Powder. Who's got baking powder handy?
I do.
If somebody needs something, I'll give it to them.
Thank you.
Of course. Just give it back, man.
I will.
I don't want to win that way.
You have 45 minutes.
I have celiac. I'm not going to be able to taste my batters. I'm just going to have to go off site and smell.
Jacqueline.
Hi, Chef.
How comfortable are you with baking?
It's not what I usually do, but I'm feeling okay.
So you have the confidence?
I think I do.
You think you do?
I think I do.
I'm not convinced.
I know.
Are you convinced?
I'm not really convinced.
You got to believe in yourself. Without confidence, you won't go very far.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
25 minutes left.
Get in there.
You should be putting the cupcakes in the oven.
If they don't get them going now, these cupcakes, it's not going to cook in time and cool in time.
A little stressed. I want to put my own little flair on these cupcakes and come up with something a little bit out of the box. I cut up some peaches. They got to go in the spiced cupcakes, so I have to open the oven again.
Sean is opening and closing the oven like he does on barbecues.
Wow.
I realized that I've just let all the hot air out of the oven while the cupcakes are at their critical point and they're just starting to rise.
30 seconds left. Come on, let's get
guys. You can do it. Oh my God. Gonna drizzle a little chocolate on these.
Look at the meringue on Mary's cupcake. Absolutely beautiful.
Keep going to the buzzer, right to the end.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off!
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Good job.
I'm getting a little emotional because my cupcakes didn't quite hit that spot where I wanted them.
Well done. This was not an easy challenge. And now it's time to see how you did. Jacqueline, please bring up your cupcake tower.
This cupcake tower is what separates me from winning and being an accountant. I don't want to go home.
The purple ones are a lavender-infused cupcake with vanilla Swiss buttercream. The yellow is a lemon cupcake with a lemon buttercream. And the red wine velvet cupcake with a cream cheese icing, toasted walnuts, and crumble on the top.
Red wine is something I've never seen in a cupcake, so this is the first for me. This is absolutely delicious. I love the innovation. You know the history of red velvet cake. The original one was made with red beets. And the red wine, it's a perfect replacement because I get that spiciness, earthiness. Now, there are little flaws, these little tiny crumbs. I don't think it really needs it. It makes it look dirty. Overall, I love it.
The lavender. My least favorite herb is lavender. So this has to be pretty sensational.
I'm just hoping it's not too perfumey when you eat it.
This is a very sophisticated cupcake. Really well balanced. What does this mean to you?
It means that I actually have a chance to make my dreams come true.
I think you have a lot of doubt. I saw it happening when you were cooking.
I think sometimes when something this great happens that it can't really actually be happening because I've never really had things easy.
Unless you start believing, you're not going to get very far. I mean, accountants don't usually make beautiful tower of cupcakes like this. Please go back to your station.
I didn't realize it at first, but I do think that this competition for me is more than just cooking. I just can't picture myself sitting in an office. I want to be here.
Sean, bring up your cupcakes.
I'm worried that the inside's just gonna be mush because I opened the oven. The first one is a chocolate pecan topped with a vanilla icing with a candied white chocolate bacon. The second is a banana Foster cupcake topped with caramel icing. And the third one, it's a spiced peach topped with some whipped cream and chocolate ganache.
You think this is cooked in the middle?
I sure hope so.
It's perfect. A perfectly Frenched rack of lamb.
I love lamb. I've cooked it at home, but why do I need to French it? It's fine the way it is. Cook it.
Look closely at this example. This cut must be butchered precisely.
cooked to a well-seared medium rare, and perfectly seasoned with rosemary and garlic. Tony, Rogine, it's time to show us what you've got. Everything that you need for this challenge is at your stations, including your boning knife. And we're giving you 22 minutes. You praying right now, Tony?
No, I'm trying to figure out how much is 22.
Tony, Rogine, are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now.
All right, guys. There you go.
Every great chef has to be able to know how to French a rack of lamb. It is an essential skill that we all need to master in order to call ourselves a chef.
I've done a few rack of lambs before, so feeling really confident right now.
I have cooked rack of lamb before, but try to clean it and cook it in 20 minutes. It's torture.
This is gonna be really tough, man.
Yeah. Medic.
Oh, he's got his finger already.
No.
Just right there, just a little pinch. The excitement of 22 minutes, of course, I stabbed myself in my hand.
I like what I'm seeing. He's using his elbow right now.
Go ahead.
Nothing stopping Tony.
You have to do what you have to do, right? I've never given up anything in my life. Never. They only got two hands. If I cut the other one, I'm in trouble.
The ideal is on a French rack of lamb to have those bones spotless.
There should be no sinew, no fat, no meat.
Frenching the rack of lamb is very, very, very frustrating. I think I've done a good job at removing the fat from the top, but getting that membrane off the bones, it's very, very hard.
The fat cap that covers the backside of the bones should peel off quite easily by using a knife and running it up the backside of the bones and then pulling it off manually.
That's a very fast way to do it. And I think that might be what Rogine is doing.
Nice job, Roz.
Thanks, guys. Surprisingly came off clean.
Regine looks like he's done this before. Definitely looks like it's his race to win right now.
Okay, Tony, come on.
It sounds like somebody's just scraping their nails down a chalkboard at Tony's station.
Tony's basically tearing the meat off the bone, and that could be dangerous.
Medic.
Tony has taken another wound.
Tony cut himself again.
He's cut my thumb. He cut myself twice. I'm wasting more time. And now I'm panicking.
You're still in this, Tony. You're still in this.
Okay, it needs to go in soon. I'm trying to get this lamb done because I know it needs at least 12 minutes to cook to medium rare. Oh, shit. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn the pan on, and I can't put the lamb in a cold pan because it won't create a sear. Come on, just get hotter faster. Waiting for this to heat up, I'm starting to lose time, and this could mean I'm serving rare lamb.
12 minutes! 12 minutes! The meat has to be in the pan now! At 12 minutes!
Nice.
Let's go, let's go.
And away we go. Now we're cooking.
Finally, the pan's hot enough.
I don't know who's gonna get this now.
Oh, God.
At first, I thought Regine had it, but then Tony kind of catches up. All of a sudden, it's anyone's game.
My dream is to become the oldest MasterChef in Canada. I think it'll be awesome. But first, I have to get this white apron. I only got one job to do is make sure that the lamb is cooking perfect, and that's all I'm focusing on right now, nothing else.
Keep basting, just keep basting. I'm only one step away from the white apron, and I'm really excited because cooking is such a huge part of me. I feel so happy every time I'm in the kitchen. This is the most cardio I've done in years.
5 minutes! You only have 5 more minutes left.
Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, guys.
Minutes away from that white apron. I look good in white.
See where it's at? The most difficult part of this challenge is actually nailing the medium rare cook. There's only a few degrees between levels of doneness.
I need to get this up to about 120, 125. Still have a lot of work to do and try to get it up there.
I don't know if they're gonna make it. This is definitely gonna be a photo finish.
It's at 110. Still need to throw some more stuff on.
No way. I checked the temperature. It's close, but it's not there yet. So what I do is I poke the lamb and hope that as I'm butter basting, it's getting in there, helping it cook a little bit faster.
Just hope it's done in time.
Last minute, 1 more minute left, last minute.
There you go, garnish is ready. I'm feeling really frantic because I checked my temperature and the lamb is not medium rare yet. I have to wait till the very last second till I have to plate so that I can make sure this lamb goes medium rare.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. All 3 rounds, right down to the last split second.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Wow.
My hand is burning, my fingers are cut, but I feel good.
Just on the outside, couldn't have asked for anything more perfect. Now it's just about the inside.
Tony, the first thing I'm going to do is cut your lamb rack right through the center and check the doneness. We're looking for a perfect medium rare cook. A deep, rosy red towards the center, and it'll fade out to a more cooked doneness as it reaches the outer perimeter of the lamb.
Let's open the Christmas present.
That is very, very close to a medium rare. I would say it's just seconds to the slightly more done than a medium rare.
The Frenching is quite good.
Thank you.
You could have made the bones a little bit cleaner because you didn't remove some of the sinew, so you don't get that nice color.
Really wonderful job caramelizing that meat. Perfect sear. So, Tony, you're missing a very important ingredient, salt.
No.
It just needs to be seasoned more liberally.
However, such a great lamb rack.
Your performance is proof that we made the right decision bringing you back.
Thank you. I don't know if I could have done a better job in 22 minutes.
Okay, Rogine, I'm gonna cut through the center of this rack of lamb, and I wanna see medium rare.
What's making me the most nervous right now is that I think this lamb is too rare. If I serve the judges rare lamb, I'm going home.
Color's a bullseye.
That's textbook medium rare.
Did you get lucky?
I just couldn't base anymore. My arm was actually getting tired. I just kept going.
Eugene, you've done a very nice job of Frenching the lamb rack. Those bones are very close to perfect. However, during the cooking process, I do think you have allowed those bones to get a little hot there. They should really all be the same lighter pale color. A nice good sear, good color all the way around, even. Now let's see how it tastes.
I love the flavor of the rosemary coming through in the garlic. I wish it had just another dash of salt. And this is not a perfect French. You left that bone in.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, I didn't notice it was even there.
Not perfect, but very close.
All in all, for a pan-roasted rack of lamb in 22 minutes, a pretty good show.
So I'm gonna do a quail's egg Scotch egg in a bird's nest. For the second course, I'm gonna do rabbit two-way, so one of them braised in cider, the other one is the rabbit loins. And for the dessert, I'm gonna do an apple panna cotta, like a fallen apple.
No problem.
No big deal.
Easy peasy. Becky's like a little mad scientist, when it comes to cooking. I can't wait to see it.
Becky, where did your apple inspiration come from?
I really liked the idea of doing like a fake real fruit for a dessert, so it just kind of evolved from there.
I know Becky's incredible, but I'm hoping that my experience and the dishes that I'm coming with and just work ethic will be enough to get past Becky today.
Andy has travel experience, 12 years on me, so I need to just work harder than Andy today. I've never wanted anything more than this.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Chef.
You now have 3 hours. But for the last time, your time starts now!
Andy versus versus Becky, it doesn't get more exciting than this.
My whole menu is apples and kind of naturey things. I'm using a lot of fall rustic flavors, and I want to demonstrate how versatile an apple actually is. I have a lot of components and techniques to do today, so I have to really push myself and work really fast today.
I cook with my family all the time, so this is just another day in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Keep it going, Andy.
I've been really fortunate to be able to travel a lot. Throughout this whole competition, I've been drawing on flavors from my travels. But what I'm doing today is bringing it back home. I want to show the judges not where I've been, but where I'm from.
Let's go, Dartmouth.
Becky is doing a Scotch quail's egg, which is a British classic. Every pub, every little cafe, they will sell a Scotched egg.
Tricky business, though, because that quail egg can overcook by the time the crust on the outside is cooked.
Those are adorable. Look how small they are.
I make Scotch eggs at home all the time. My dad and my sister really enjoy them. Eggs live in nests, so I'm putting it back into nature.
Becky, you're doing amazing. Those look great.
Becky's family is going to be absolutely shocked when they see how much she has grown as a cook.
Becky,
Hi.
what are you doing now?
Spiralizing.
No kidding. What's that, for the nest?
Yeah.
What's the cook on the quail's egg?
Find out when they come out the deep fryer.
I don't want to see a dry egg yolk.
Okay.
All done?
Yeah.
Have you cut into one?
No.
Are you going to do that?
Later.
Later.
When Becky cooks, she is laser focused, and anything around her is non-existent.
I got a feeling that you want me to go away.
Well, I got things to do.
You got things to do. All right, get the hint.
30 minutes!
Solid, Becky, solid, like a rock.
The sweet potato on the nest is really dark, but I really need to just get on with everything.
Becky is already starting to plate her first course.
I've never taken on this much before. I'm just nervous about the time.
I see Becky's strategy right now. She has made her appetizer easier to prep because her main course is very intricate. Becky right now is breaking down her rabbit saddle. The bones on a rabbit are very small. You have to have the hands of a surgeon to be able to do that.
1 minute! Servers are coming!
I'm focused on me. Becky's gonna do her thing. I've got to do what I got to do to get these dishes out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Andy and Becky, please keep working. Your appetizers look fantastic.
The judges will now head into the banquet room to privately taste both appetizers, while the home cooks continue with the entree round.
I'm happy with the appetizer dish. It's like a thing in nature, and I transformed it into food.
My appetizer looked great. These are massive flavors, and I hope the judges love them.
The first dish is Becky's Scotch quail egg with pork and apple coating on a nest of potatoes and parsnips.
I really enjoyed the presentation because it's so natural. But I don't think you two got the better deal out of this because there seems to be a color variation.
Some of the potatoes are burnt.
Let's not forget, Becky had extra time.
Yeah, she could have re-spiraled the potatoes, refried them, maybe a little bit less time in the fryer. Okay, let's try it. Yes, some of the potatoes are a little bit charred, but this dish is absolutely delicious. You've got the pickled pearl onions, you've got the charred leeks, the peeled cherry tomatoes. Those ingredients really help to counteract the fattiness of the other ingredients, and that's really intelligent cooking.
I think it showcases a great deal of technique. Seasoning on the sausage meat, I thought, was spot on.
The flavors are beautiful. The Scotch egg done to perfection. I'm very impressed.